We even see when Mike Pence is up there, he's saying, and the election was not stolen. No time did I have the authority to overturn the election. Nigga, you ain't no more than a motherfucking traitor, a mole in the Trump administration at the time. You was put there as a Republican to sabotage Trump in all ways. Who better to say these things than somebody the whole world believed was his vice president and his close commandant friend? You know what I'm saying? You was so they believe that you saw all the inside, the outside, and all of the intricacies. So of course you're gonna try to say something like that. Yeah, but we know better. Mike, your lion ass, traitor ass, sellout, or whatever vice president you call yourself being. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should vote for you. And if anybody votes for Mike Pence and put Mike Pence in that White House, you're going to also pay a deadly price. You are already paying the price of the migrant situation in New York due to the fact that you did not put Lee Zeldin in that spot. You put somebody who was going to facilitate and bring in all these people that's going to put your ass out of your own home one day or probably in the poorhouse. So keep playing. We see Trump lawyer on Georgia case has eyebrow raised tied to prosecutor Fannie Wills. You know what I'm saying? Mrs. Wills, if they're doing all type of shit. And guess who this is? Probably a dumb black idiot in the mix. I'm not going to side with no black people no more. And don't come with that brotherhood shit unless you are coming 100%. I ain't talking about signing. I don't come with no contract. You're signing contract, Luciferian blood drinking, dumbass like a Neanderthal caveman. Because like we've been out of that shit billions of years while they were still drinking blood out of their own dead skull and eating, like you said, their flesh, eating the flesh of their dead. Now you're gonna come here and try to play this game with me. You know what I'm saying? And talk about you signing back for medical records and you are part of this and you are part of that and you bringing that into the neighborhood where you showing a music video, but your music video is Luciferian. Nothing about what you talking about and singing about. So we know you're full of shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna side with y'all niggas on none of this shit until you get your fucking mind right. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't have nothing to do with being a Trump supporter or anything. To just get off the demon democratical ticket, get off of their balls, get off of Baphomet balls as well. Throw that fucking contract back and go at them motherfuckers and bust that hell wide open. You stupid ass. You know what I'm saying? Like Marcus Garvey said, if you ain't gonna stand up and do, you might as well die first. Hmm? And he emphasized that, you low life, down sucking infidel doing bullshit and calling yourself a black person. If you ain't gonna get up and help the black community, you ain't gonna bring and liberate them to the top where we can have fun, live life, and enjoy everything that is possibly there for us across the planet Earth as a whole that we did before their ass come here, you might as well lay down and die. Get out of my face. I'm not with that. And there is no way that I'm going to teach children the garbage that you are teaching. I'm going to teach them the truth, the right, and the rightful way. The mother will exalt me in the halls of Anubis, Mayat. You know what I'm saying? My name shall be called. You know what I'm saying? And when that scale is weighed, I will come forward because I have put up with a great many injustice that have been put upon my people, and my people facilitate right along with it and try to put it on me. I'm not having it no more. That brotherhood shit must come true light or do not come around me. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to look at my videos. You don't have to support my videos. You don't have to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to give me no like, thumbs up, or none of that. Just let my videos be. And that's it. You could go on to anyone else. They would gladly love the fact of you supporting and subscribing to them. I'm not a hater. You know what I'm saying? Because what I'm doing is not about hate. It's about because I love you. It's about I care about you. It's about I care about the world and the land and the environment and everything that I stand on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to stand on your religion and your God. Period. Because what I do in myself is based on scientific understanding in all ways. You know what I'm saying? Today I know something, and tomorrow something new change what I knew today that has it showed me another way of the same thing in the new that I newly found. Science is always growing. You know what I'm saying? You need to kill that Anthony Fauci, the killing we's a piece of shit out of our vocabulary and out of our government. And I'm not giving my disclaimer. I don't mean I didn't mean kill. I mean like kill the noise that he's talking about, not kill him because we don't want just get him out. He's still over there doing working in the virology labs and these different places, still doing the bullshit, probably right on the ground underneath our feet. You know what I'm saying? And people still are not paying attention. You still facilitating the beautiful words of these clown motherfuckers singing and dancing in your ear and making you believe the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then you expect us to, you expect us to support, not to support Trump or not to support anything that Trump is doing over creepy Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? That is bullshit. If we ain't gonna support Trump, we ain't gonna support Biden either because Biden is a piece of shit anyway. And if you call Trump a piece of shit, well, I guess he's just a better smelling piece of shit, doo doo or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he's definitely stinking ass doo doo that you definitely is stinking up America altogether. You know what I'm saying? But we see Trump's lawyers on Georgia case has eyebrow raising ties to prosecutor Fannie Wills. So, this is coming in by Ron Dicker. Ron Dicker. I'll say it again. One day ago, off the Huff Post. You know what I'm saying? We see here now we have where in this matter we have Drew finding one of the attorneys defending Trump, Donald Trump against charges of racketeering to overturn the 2020. He didn't overturn and he wasn't racketeering a motherfucking thing. You're using the word racketeering to try to make him a common criminal, just like the mafia. You're using these words in order to fool the people off to make you think that he's so bad and you're so great. So you're using words like racketeering, overturn 2020 election, which he did not do. You know what I'm saying? And none of that bullshit that you're claiming because you have not proved to me that this man tried to overturn a motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? He might not have shared the records with you and he might not have this, that, but he never told anyone to go anywhere, do anything to overturn anything. So even if you're talking about them ballot boxes or whatever they may have tampered with, that wasn't Trump. It could have been part of his other teams as a part that did that in order to bring it up now that it would be said that him and 18 others had something to do with it when he didn't have nothing to do with it. And it could be any one of the 18 others that were involved that are the demon Democrat Republican plant. You know what I'm saying? To bring this matter to the table now, as we see. That's the oldest trick in the fucking book. You know what I'm saying? You garbage ass. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, about turning over the election in Georgia, you know what I'm saying, donated to the campaign of the district attorney who brought the fourth indictment against the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, to be there, baby. The Rolling Stones report Tuesday finding also donating to President Creepy Joe Biden winning the campaign. Fatty suck not the butt snuck wheels. Oh yeah. Go ahead, Fanny, with your crooked blood drinking behind. Finding gave the finding gave 1,440 to Fannie Will successfully demon Democratic primary. She's a demon Democrat. How do I know? Blood sucking dumb nigger. You know what I'm saying? Primary bid for the Fulton County District in July 2020 and probably drank some blood and guaranteed that. The outlet wrote, you know what I'm saying, citing data from the Georgia government transparency and campaign finance commission. Meanwhile, he donated 8,400. Oh, this I guess this nutcase guy. I guess whoever he is. You know what I'm saying? But whoever it is sounds like a jackass because you know what I'm saying. You're supposed to be doing this and that, and then you donated 8,400 to the Biden White House, creepy ass Biden White House bid. You know what I'm saying? In the past, finding had criticized Trump politically. You know what I'm saying? To be calling him a patty. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Oh yeah, and some of his statements racist and cruel. Yeah, of course he will always call it. What's the first thing they call you when they start blackballing you in government and different stuff? The first thing you gonna get hit with is that you are cruel, racist, and anti-Semitic. But when the Georgia, you know, what I'm saying investigation was steaming forward after finding things in August, 2022, he deemed the probe politically driven persecution. You know what I'm saying? He told, and so forth on. And ain't nobody want to hear this clown has to say when we look at the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? They clowns. And they got the American public right along with them clowning as well. Oh, yeah. We see New York Court of Appeals review controversial gun control case. Gun control case, yeah. We see Russia top general, you know what I'm saying? I guess his name is Sergey whatever, bragged that the Kremlin war in Ukraine has debunked many myths that NATO weapons and you know, military standards are superior. Oh yeah, because NATO is full of shit. And anytime they use any type of weapons outside of the traditional understanding, we're gonna see it, such as what happened in more ways than one with the plane. You know what I'm saying? But we see the President of the United States, Donald J. Trump, White House lawyers say there's a good chance alleged voter fraud report Trump will release could become evidence against him. You know what I'm saying? Will possibly could be against him based on that nonsense she talking about. Even ways that one. You know what I'm saying? She full of shit just the same. You know what I mean? Any evidence that could be used against him is a psychological game that the demon Democrats is playing in all ways, such as they always did black people that way. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But we see here where she's saying the evidence could be used against him. So let's take a look at what she said in her little report. And let's see if we could bring that in so we can. This is coming in by Michael Luciano. You know what I'm saying? August 15, 20, 2023 at 8:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For some reason, it doesn't. Oh, here we go.
All right, so Trump says he's going to be giving a, quote, major news conference, his words, obviously. He says he will present a large, complex, detailed, but irrefutable report on the presidential election fraud which took place in Georgia. Of course, Ty, there was no fraud in Georgia. Right? Brian Kemp is as conservative as a Republican comes, and he has been very loud and clear.
First of all, you never proved that to the whole world that there was no fraud in Georgia. Mike Pence tried to say the same thing, but he's not showing us no evidence. He's not coming out. He's busy telling us something that don't make no fucking sense in itself. So, I don't know what he's calling himself. These people doing. Now here we go.
clear that there's no fraud in Georgia. Audit. It's ridiculous to even go through it. But yet this is what the former president is going to do next week and to try to flood the airwaves with. What is he doing with that?
Yeah, this is all Trump, PR. This is,
listen.
generating chaos.
Listen.
Frankly, there's a good chance that whatever document he produces ends up as evidence against him. It could even end up, as the basis for an obstruction count against the author, because it's likely to be fiction and solely for the purpose of contaminating the jury pool. Yeah. The reality is, Brian Kemp and Brad Raffensperger each deserve, a pat on the back for the courage that they've shown, putting, country before party.
That's bullshit.
And I think
bullshit.
The absence of evidence of fraud is patently obvious to anybody who's followed the Georgia events, and certainly anybody who reads this indictment will be able to see how fraudulently those claims were made.
He's wordplaying. And that's a fact. He's straight up wordplaying. And nobody wants to hear that piece of shit. He's wordplaying because whatever evidence Trump has, they want to try to discredit it as early as possible by jumping on the news and saying this and saying that. He's wordplaying. So nobody wants to hear. Nobody wants to hear.
Witnesses. Nobody wants to hear. Joining us now too, Georgia.
Nobody wants to hear that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to hear that bullshit. They're going to keep that piece of shit also. You know what I'm saying? See how they're just saying stuff out their mouth, but they haven't shown the people any evidence. How many people saw the ballot boxes that when the Republicans asked to see the ballots and asked to go over the ballots, they put them in a warehouse and they locked them up in New York and probably everywhere else, and then put National Guards in front of it and told the Republicans they can't see the ballots. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, they probably had time to doctor every single fucking ballot that may have lead to them. They have probably a warehouse of people working around the clock for the last fucking 2 or 3 years to straighten them ballots out to make Joe Biden look like he won that election and knew the fuck that he got blow the fuck out. But being that they're doing this with the ballots and they're doing this and that, they don't show none of that. But you could all of a sudden you can miraculously find that 18 plus Trump is involved in voter fraud in a small little town in Tupelo, Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, we see the bullshit you running. Appellate court, including Obama and Joe Biden appointees find D.C. discriminated against pro-life president. Oh, yes, they did. You know what I'm saying? Same thing Adams did to that woman he appointed to that position. Look at what he did. She had to resign. She had to resign from that position because he fucking sat up there and discriminated against his own black sister in some bullshit. So, and then putting another guy in the position, you know what I'm saying, and so on. But why couldn't she stay there and you give her support in what she was doing? You know what I'm saying? Maybe she was a Republican, mind-thinking individual, Mr. Q-Ball Greasy-Head Adams, or you just discriminate against women like they do in Arab countries and different places. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? But in panic mode, after, you know what I'm saying, I think we got into that already. We're seeing that already. You know what I'm saying? After all of that, you know what I'm saying? So let's go over here and look at another situation. We see the Mayor Greasyhead Adams closed 2 popular restaurants to support migrants. He's closing down the restaurants. See the damage that's happening to New York already? He's closing down 2 popular restaurants to support migrants. This Greasyhead jackass or fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? That y'all put in there probably some type of alien we've never seen before in black skin. You know what I'm saying? Giving the aliens or giving the interplanetary humanoids a bad name. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? 21 hours ago, coming in by Tom Handy, a writer, Army veteran. You know what I'm saying? He's still out there kicking. Go ahead, brother. Keep on pushing, soldier. But we see New York City has opened 2 new shelters. Oh yeah, they're opening all type of shelters. They even ask them for money to build them brand new homes and get them fresh rentals. When American people like me been struggling for Section 8 for how goddamn long. I've been homeless in the streets 2 and 3 and 4 times due to economical situations, probably due to mental issues and stuff that I didn't even know I had to. I had to straighten all that shit out. But I could have did with many support. You know, the only support they told me to go in a shelter where they were killing one another with drugs at, you know what I'm saying, roaches, bed bugs, nastiness. That's the only offer they had for me. Not even a hotel room or something, you know what I'm saying? And even in my old age, they still telling me if I run into trouble, I could go in the shelter. But you over here building homes, you over here borrowing 4.9 trillion $1 million. You and we see a jackass Adam Nick sucking loving ass, balls licking sucking fucking nigga, you know what I'm saying? And you billing, you're gonna be putting them and paying their rent and shit. What happened to all the rest of us who been away struggling ever since trying to get Section 8 to help us to help pay this high ass goddamn rent that you've been paying, you full of shit. And anytime your fucking asses keep voting for this greasy head dumbass, I'm one step from calling them what they are, but I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Because even if they are, they better than you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know who gave the monkey the fucking bad name. Because a monkey is a highly intelligent being. The fuck is you talking about? You gonna call me that motherfucker? She called me a gorilla motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm at the top of the chain. Don't come with that skippity little shit that belongs to you. You know what I'm saying? But we see the city, New York City, let me clear, has opened 2 new shelters for migrants. One of them takes over a popular restaurant owned by Danny Myers. The second one, you know what I'm saying, a tent we see a cube old jackass Adam set up, you know what I'm saying, is not known how many migrants will be staying at these. It's going to erupt. It's going to erupt. What these people are doing is they're going to erupt our country into a motherfucking chaos, especially the epicenter, New York. Talking about tourism, yeah, they just destroyed that. They're trying to destroy our country from the inside out. You cannot keep voting for the creepy Joe Demon Democratic administration. You got to let it go. You got to let it go. And I told you before, and I'll say it again. Sometimes you have to fan it out so that you're able to stabilize things back to where it's supposed to be until further notice. No one is going to tell Trump that he gets in office and he's going to stay there forever. But we need the Republican Party to spank him, to let him know to cut the nonsense out. You know what I'm saying? Cut the nonsense out. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a sad situation. You know what I'm saying? How Trump can pardon himself in Georgia, according to Mark Levine. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We see there's the nutbot Cheney doing her dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? As usual. We see Trump to present evidence of election fraud ignored by the DA, Fannie Willis. Of course, because she's working with a demon Democrat. You know what I'm saying? Talking about some Fannie Willis. I'm sorry, it was her dumbass, a black woman, an idiot. And I'm gonna side with her because her skin is black. And you're gonna tell them to go demon Democrat because their skin is black, knowing full well that party has corrupted, create a fucking terrorist fucking group in this country, and all for that group spawned many other racial groups that have been brewing in this country for many fucking years, from the right to from the left to the motherfucking right. And you're gonna put this black woman Fanny nutcase ass Wills up in there to be over the president of the United States, Donald J. Trump, and try to block him. We need to, next time her election comes up, get her out of there. If she has to get reelected, do not reelect D.A. Fannie Wills. Get her out of there. Same thing I told you about Chuck the Duck Schumer. But being that you like Chuck the Duck Schumer, you put him right back in there because you have your loyalty to him, and he may have done a lot for his people in New York. But at the same time, he has destroyed it in this one fucking move. And that's called the 2020 whole shit, the 2024 garbage that they set up all together along with Nancy Pelosi, Fanny Dummy Wells. You know what I'm saying? They're full of shit. I don't want to hear nothing she has to say, and she needs to stop rejecting. Why would you reject Trump's evidence? Is the question. What is you trying to hide, Miss Fanny Nutcase Wells? Blacks, you know what I'm saying? You got black skin, but you up there doing garbage. You should be ashamed of your damn self, and your children should be ashamed of you. You know what I'm saying? Rather than be proud of you, they should be really ashamed because you are destroying their very own future right before their face, but probably telling them, just like the demon Democrats say, oh, we're doing it because, we want to save America and the democracy and, the way of life and all those beautiful stories. And she's lying every step of the way. It doesn't matter how much evidence she has. I could guarantee it's all chunked up, corrupt up, set up, and she's going right along with it. You know what I'm saying? And let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She chose to indict Trump instead, rather than allow the evidence in court. And I never heard of that before. Any evidence that's in court that can be brought forth to the court by the president, a standing president, you know what I'm saying? And then you're going to say you're not going to allow the evidence. You rather indict. The man does not speak for very much when it comes to her.